here tonight. Special KOF shout out to the homeboys at Dream Cancel. You know.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dream Cancel podcast. And this is episode 101 of Dream Cancel Live. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCancel.com. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the upcoming update of King of Fighters 14, which is version 3.0. We're going to go at it in many different angles, talk about preparation for new players, preparation for current players, and preparation for players coming in. And we got a bunch of other SNK news stuff to get into. But I want to thank everyone. If you're here right now, please share the link on Twitter, on Facebook, anywhere else that you can. If you are watching the playback on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and comment on what you think of the episode and the different things that we're going to talk about. And yeah, we're going to get into the main topic fairly quick. But before we do that, let's introduce the discussion panel for tonight. All right. Let's start with we got MTG Net Battles Mexiken. Are you there, sir?
I'm here.
All right, cool, man. Can you tell the kind people where you're located?
Yeah, no problem. So, like you said, Net Battles MTG Mexiken here from Indiana.
All right, great, cool. Good to have you on the show as always. I think it's like your 8th appearance. So thank you very much.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Jojo. Yo, let me unmute Jojo. Oh, where you at? Jojo, what's up, man? Are you there? Can you hear me, sir?
Sure can. What's going on, Des?
Good. Good to have you, man. Second time on the show.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm back.
Indeed, man. Good to have you. And next up, we got Hawaii Monkey. You there, sir?
Hello. Yep.
What's up, man? You're from Utah, correct?
Utah. Yep.
All right, cool. The Salt Lake City, man. Emphasis on salt.
Oh boy.
All right, cool, man.
Salt on the lack of KOF community. Yeah.
Oh man, that's too bad. Well, how many players is out there, man, for you locally?
One.
How many players do you play with locally?
One. Me.
Just you? Oh, all right.
Just me.
You got to grow that scene, man.
There's some people that talk about, I'd like to try it and stuff, and then I set it up at Rambats and nobody sits down.
Oh, you got a bunch of fronters.
Yeah, they talk about it. They're like, oh yeah, it would be cool. I've been thinking about trying it out, and then maybe they spend 10 minutes in training mode or something, and then they just panic whenever they start playing a real match, and they're like, I've been practicing other games.
Yeah, it's like that, man. Yeah.
I have another word for them, but I'll keep it polite on the podcast.
All right, yeah, but good to have you, man. Very good to have you on the show. All right. So before we get into the main topic, let's go over some quick news, if we could. Let me. Look at the chat. So little. Let me blow it up. Let me blow up the chat. All right, cool. That should be good, I hope. All right, so there's been a fair amount of things happening. So let's get into that real quick. Like always, support us on Patreon if you could, and visit our Discord server if you like. And also, we want to give a special shout out to the Max Cancel Cup that is going on. The last tournament, or the most recent tournament, was NCR 2018. I'm gonna post up the Max Cancel Cup link in the chat for people to check out and just refresh. And yeah. Oh man, North Carolina Regionals 2018. Yo, who watched the tournament, man? Who saw that for King of Fighters 14?
I did.
I was there.
Okay,
I
yep.
watched it. Yeah,
It's
I watched
fun.
it when it happened.
How was it for you?
I enjoyed it. I mean, even though Shanghai won, still, I mean, shout out, good job, give out props to Shanghai that he still won. But I did like to see a new face. I'm pretty sure he's probably been around for a couple of times. So they said that was like his second tournament. The guy I'm talking about was Wero Asamiya.
Yes.
I actually liked what I saw. He was really good. He definitely represented Athena. And I liked what I saw. So
Oh yeah, he was killing it, man. He was doing a really good job.
He's actually a very known Mexican player from back when 13 was big.
yeah.
So I knew, like, when I found out he was playing, I knew he was going to blow it up.
I had a feeling because, like, man, this dude was like, his play was super solid. So
He plays with
that was
Kula.
my first. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, makes sense then.
Right.
Just like the Lao guy, the guy from Evo Japan, Lao. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with him. Like, you don't get to see him this much, boy, when they come out.
Oh yeah, yeah. If he comes out to Combo Breaker, man, I would love to play him. Hawaii Monkey. So you said you was there, man. How was it for you?
It was a good time. I kind of blew it in the tournament, but like Vicio and Wero and all of them were staying like in the same room as us.
Mhm.
So we, got some time to hang out. I got to meet some other people from the community, which I don't get to do too often. And, everybody's just like immediately friends because we all play KOF.
Okay. What did you learn the most gameplay wise from that whole weekend?
Man,
Did you mean from like a
That's
watching
tough.
aspect?
All right, I'll come back to you later. I know that's kind of a Barbara Walters question, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll get back to you because like a lot of times I ask that question. Some people say, "Oh, I'm bad. I'm a bad player." I'm like, "No, man. Like, really?"
No. I know exactly what you mean.
Word. But let's keep going. The next tournament for the Max Cancel Cup circuit will be this is going down in May, so this is next month. Texas Showdown, May 4th through 6th.
Yeah.
So check out that Max Cancel Cup Smash GG link for more information. And the final tournament in the circuit will be Combo Breaker 2018, May 25th, 27th. It's going to be at the Mega Center at Pheasant Run Resort in Illinois. And right now, all the hotels are completely booked and reserved. You can't get nothing unless somebody cancels at the last minute. I'm going to interject myself and welcome Kenshi. You there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
Oh, good to have you, sir. So, who's all going to Combo Breaker, man? I this is the last tournament for the
I'll be
Max
there.
Cancel Cup circuit.
Most definitely. Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Okay. All right.
Say-
Sounds like all of us are going to be there. All right. This is going to be sick. Can't wait. All right. Cool. There are going to be tournaments that aren't on the circuit but do have KOF that I would like to mention really quick. The first one is let me get the poster up real quick, but if you could Esteban, can you tell us about Mexiken Masters?
I don't know too much on it personally. I just know it's their major tournaments coming up, and it's going to be this weekend, and they're going to have KOF 14 there. That's my training partner Nathan's going, Soul Good Guy, so he'll be there. That's pretty much all I know about it.
Okay.
I don't really know too much else.
Okay. Yeah, and it's this weekend, so yeah. Where specifically in Michigan is it again? Let me see. Let me read. Farmington Hills, Michigan. So check that out. It's they're gonna have initial D. So that sounds pretty hype.
Yeah, they got a bunch of cool games. It's pretty sick.
Word. Cool. The next tournament that is coming up is let me find the link real quick. It's called South Louisiana Major. I do have the link. I'm gonna post it in the chat real quick while I grab the visual for it. And man, yo, this is going down in my home state, dude. This is going down in New Orleans, which is actually kind of cool. But I do know a Jelly. He has appeared on the show before to talk about the tournament, and they're going to be running 3.0, which is going to be pretty hype. And let me get the poster for y'all real quick. Bear with me. It's going to be under 1 second. Here we go. Bam.
Oh, that's no problem.
So yeah, South Louisiana Major going down. Well, specifically it says Kenner, Louisiana. You know, so yeah, it's this weekend. So if you're in the South, if you're in the Louisiana, Texas region, go ahead and check that out. It should be pretty good. Check out the archive when it's over. Check out the stream when it's there. Check out the Smash GG link for more information on times when the stream goes live. I haven't really delved into it too much myself. There's a fair amount of text, but when I get a fair moment, we'll be able to check out when the stream is happening. But yeah, Slam.
So I'm pretty sure Vicio's going to Slam. And if Vicio's going, then there's a chance that some of the other TXC guys might be going, like Stray Wolf and now Weirdo and others from the Mexico area. So that could be pretty interesting.
Word, that'll be dope, man. That'll be really, really cool. All right, let's keep things moving forward. And why don't we talk about the Shermie reveal for SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. What did everybody think about that?
Why not 14?
That's my thought exactly.
That's what I thought about.
Hey, either way though, I love it. Either way, wasn't in 14, I take it. I'm just happy to see her. Period. And just the hella what's the word I'm looking for? The references like from that whole trailer that I noticed from like the CYS. By that being like the name of, that's actually the name of her, the team band. They just call themselves CYS. Which is, I was Chris Shiro and Shermie. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then they just slammed the initials for it and made it a super name. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I like her costume too. I was super happy.
Word. Hawaii Monkey, what do you think about SK Heroines and Shermie appearing in it?
So, I mean, it looks like a pretty fun party game, and I gotta say, like, I didn't really play older KOF games and stuff, but I was aware of Shermie. Holy crap, child. And, like, I think she's cooler than Blue Mary, personally, so, I wouldn't have minded if she made it at 14, but there's still time.
Right.
It still happen.
Yeah, I mean, I know where you're coming from. I'm not like upset that Blue Mary's in the game. I mean, I'm actually not mad with the whole DLC for this pack at all. Actually, I'm not going to really play Oswald, but he's cool. I mean, Hydern's cool too, and I like the new character. Naj is really cool, and Blue Mary. It didn't seem much in the trailer, but I'm pretty sure when everybody actually gets a hand on Blue Mary, that to be more like as fun to see in action. And so it's probably one of those characters, like Hydern as well. I actually like what I saw on the trailer.
Okay. I will say when I saw the trailer at on the PAX East 2018 stream, it was pretty good. There was some dudes screaming, which was pretty funny. So
for which one, Hydern or Blue Mary or the
Shermie for Shermie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I can imagine why. He saw a little extra.
Right. All right, let's keep things going forward, and why don't we talk about King of Fighters 97 global match. Everybody should know right now that Code Mystics has opened up a experimental rollback beta for the Steam version. And a lot of people are saying, hey, it's pretty good. Some people are a little more critical, which they should be because they need the feedback. And I want to know if any of y'all have tried it out at all. What are y'all thoughts on 97 global match? Kenshi, you tried it a couple times, right?
I'm playing the PS4 version, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't have access to the rollback beta, but what I can tell from the current netcode is anything under 150 ms ping runs flawlessly. Anything over that, good luck.
Okay. All right. The good thing about this is that if the feedback is good, you never know. We might get something, for another, SNK game that Code Mystics has, helped develop. I know some people, including myself, was asking Code Mystics about 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition in 2002 and it's up to SNK. And if the feedback is good, then they'll have a stronger case for it. So, if you want more, rollback capabilities in your other games, try out 97 global match. And go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to cut you. I was going to say, it's funny that you had mentioned this because I had literally just saw this like 30 minutes before we started. I was like, KOF 97 GM? Because that's how it was labeled on the video. And it was like a trailer for it. I was like, I'm not too sure what it was for, but I mean, now, it all makes sense. I want to see how this goes because this KOF in general is actually pretty, it's fun, but, everybody knows how 97 is.
Right.
I love how busted 97 is.
Exactly. Exactly. It's still the fact that they're reaching out for this one makes me happy. That's what I was about to say.
Right.
Just putting more work into the older titles, trying to get like on a platform with good net code and just like the rollback and whatnot. That just makes me happy to see that they're still trying, working out on the games and stuff like that. While taking care of the new IPs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I have to say I respect Code Mystics for actually, trying to fix the netcode of this game, because the past two Code Mystics games, they kind of left it dry. So
you talking about 98 and 2002? Or?
Yeah, I'm talking about those.
Yeah, in my opinion, they did their best to make it I would say a stable experience. But I guess they just had limited resources.
I also like how they're really active on Twitter. People are asking them questions about the possibility of it being implemented in 02 and 98 and they're responding to all those tweets, and I'm just like, you know what? Okay, Code Mystics, I have some more respect for you now.
Exactly.
Now we just need them to do 11, and then we're in business.
Oh man.
Let's bring Marvel back. Like,
when's Marvel?
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
let's get 11.
I agree.
11 seems to be a pretty, I would say, popular request.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like it's kind of neglected, like outside of the fact that they brought it on Play Asia, it's able, it was on there. I think it was on PS3. I'm not sure.
It was on PS3 for in Japan.
Yeah.
So
I bought it too.
If only they just reach out for that one though, man. That's what I'm waiting on, to be honest.
I also want 13 but that's a whole nother thing. Let's get 11.
All right. So yeah, again, check out King of Fighters 97 global match. Check out the rollback option and give your feedback on the Steam forums. I'm gonna link that in the chat. Give me a half a second real quick.
Oh, by the way, is the port good? Like for offline?
Oh yeah, it's definitely good. I'm playing it on PS4 and I love it.
Okay, cool. That's like, I don't like online anything, so I only care if the port offline works. So
just be warned, no training mode.
That's fine. whatever. It's 97. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the lack of training mode is not Code Mystic's fault. It just wasn't in the actual
Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's fine. It's not that deep.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but whatever. I mean, take
No,
it.
well, because I'm thinking the port that they grabbed, for like this console version of PS4 is like whatever it was on the Neo Geo console at the time. Because I know that some of the games on the Neo Geo console, I only found out because you could do this on Fightcade, like the AES version.
Yes.
You do it for the like the console home. Some games had training mode, like Garo had training mode, 98 had training mode, but 97 and like the older games really didn't have training mode.
Oh yeah. You kind of had to just beat up the computer or a empty second player side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why.
All right, cool. In the chat, someone this was a while ago. I don't know if that person is still here, but they said, is there going to be a Q&A section? You know what? Yeah, we'll do a Q&A for the main topic, and we'll get into the main topic right now. So we're going to talk all about 3.0, how to prepare for King of Fighters 14 version 3.0. So the final character was Blue Mary. I know a lot of people were, excited, and everyone knew that it was going to be Blue Mary.
I was kind of let down because I already knew it was going to be Blue Mary. I just didn't want it to be.
Well, you wanted to be Janae or something, or
I wanted it Shingo.
Ugh.
I wanted Shingo.
If we didn't get Blue Mary for my training partner to come back, then I would have wanted like Shenwu or something. I wouldn't have wanted Shingo's whack ass.
damn.
Damn, no chill.
No chill. Not for that. Plus, 13 Shenwu actually kind of worked the same way as 14 does. So that wouldn't have even been hard to do. It would have been dope.
Black Legend's putting me on the spot.
By the way,
He's
Black Legend
bluff.
in the chat, no one wants Bao.
He's calling my bluff. I was advocating for Bao for the longest.
Oh man, I think somebody else said that too. I think there was a. Oh my god.
Yeah, Blue Mary. I'm
Pedro
actually
was
happier about
one.
Blue
Pedro.
Mary than those characters. For
Yeah.
sure.
Are you going to try her out? Or are you going to play
14,
her? Or
No. One of my old 13 partners wanted Blue Marys, and he said he'd play if she came out.
right?
So that's the only reason why. So that way he'd actually want to play.
Okay.
Very selfless of me, but that's the main reason.
All right. Fair enough.
I know Pedro mentioned the bow thing. I was like, oh, you know what? I hope not, because that last silhouette was kind of small. I was like, oh wait, maybe. He could
You
right.
thought he was going to be
I
like
did.
posted up? You know what I'm saying? Like crouching. You know?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he could be right. This is gonna be bad. Like,
There was somebody posting all the photoshopped screenshots of the character screen with Bao in it.
Yeah. I did get worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Bao is very like polarizing, man. Some people really like Bao, and some people just like can't stand him.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. That's why, because I was like, I didn't know he was actually that annoying until Frosties happened, and when I was playing 2K2
Oh yeah. He's really good in that game. Just to let you know.
I now know the power. So
Yeah.
I'm weary.
Shout outs to Eintrigger because he didn't get past it.
that man. I mean, I had the characters for it, but I guess the fact that I didn't know he was that good, I was just like, looking to pass him because of the characters, that I was playing.
Right.
I had like Kasumi, Chris, K-Dash. I'm just like not being aware, basically, and that caused me that match. Even though for the fire alarm, I was in the lead.
I remember that.
Frosty.
I remember
the
that.
original Frosty,
Dude,
man.
that
Those
was
fire alarms.
that was messed up too, because that like people was like, that didn't count. That match didn't count. You almost about to die. And, oh man,
I was so blown, man. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Right.
And then I just lost after that. I was like, "Oh, you know what? Thanks a lot. You the real MVP fire alarm."
Oh man,
you cost me.
Yeah, but let's talk real quick about. I know we talked about this before, but let's dig a little deeper into our thoughts on Najid. What's the proper pronunciation?
I would say Najid.
Najid.
Yeah. Somebody, if anybody can spell it phonetically in the chat, please do. Otherwise, we'll
Yeah,
butcher it for the
yeah.
rest of
Let's
the
see what
podcast.
y'all's pronunciation is. We got Najid. Okay. What else?
If we could find like the Japanese spelling for it, like that's how they intended for it to sound out. So if someone has like a screenshot of that from a version that was out somewhere, then we could go off that.
Said the voice actor says it herself. Yeah, Najid.
Okay, that's pretty much what everyone's saying. So yeah, but that works. But yeah, honestly, I didn't really care about any of the characters when it came to playing, but she's the one that interests me the most because her animations look really cool.
Right.
Like you can tell that they put a lot of work in each animation, and it looks pretty dope.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the character I'm most excited for with this DLC pack. None of them really interest me as much as she does. So.
Same. Even though it's good to see those other characters, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see them, but I'm the minority here. I'd prefer Ash over Oswald. So.
Oh no, you're not. You're definitely not the minority. You're definitely not the. I'm definitely
no, you're not.
I'd advocate that statement.
No, same here. I would have definitely preferred Ash over. So see, look, the majority in this room right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we get into how to prepare for this version of the game? Because a lot of people they want to hop back into 14 with this game. People that are still playing, they're kind of like, oh man, like, if this is not the way I want it, I'm not gonna play anymore. And then there's some people that just don't care. So why don't we get into for new players? And this is going to be almost like really basic, like KOF, I would say, gameplay questions I've heard from new players before, like many times. But we can kind of go over it briefly. So for new players, they probably want to know how to build a team. So what is y'all individual like philosophies and ideas on how to build a proper team? So I'm going to start with... Hawaii Monkey, would you like to start with that? How to build a team for
sure.
KO14?
So when I first started, I was just like picking characters I liked and that I wanted to play. And chances are, like, you can pick a random set of 3 characters, and each of them will fit into a position that they're better at than the other 2, and you could kind of put together a team that way. And then sort of like as you play the game more, as you learn more about other characters, like if you find one that's better in a spot that you wouldn't mind playing, then you can just swap them out, and the rest of your team still are still fine in the positions they're in. It's just about like the most important things are what like combos or what setups they gain with extra max mode bar, or if you have a character like Mature who just thrives on having shit tons of meter.
Right. Okay. All right. Kenshi, would you like to answer how to build a team?
Yeah, sure. The way I go about it is probably all wrong, so don't take my advice, but well, I'm like hella rushdown. I like to just get in your face and, beat you up, basically. So my philosophy is I need to balance that out. So on point, I'm always going to have a fireball character. Always. Athena, Kenso, King, someone with a fireball. Just to balance out the fact that I like to go crazy. But, my third character, I usually go for, someone with damage but easy execution, because when I'm thinking in tournament, if I'm getting knocked to my third character, I'm going to get nervous, and I don't want to be messing up combos because I don't have the proper execution because nerves are getting in my way. So that's why Kim's always, that anchor character. He's very simple, very easy, high damage output. I just kind of go with the characters that appeal to me, and I've been playing KOF for a long time, so I kind of already knew which characters appealed to me. But, when 14 first came out, I picked all the, all the new player, like the new characters, just to see how they were. But it wasn't until I started like learning KOF more that I realized that some of those characters just don't fit my playstyle. So I would consider, what kind of player are you? If you come from a different fighting game, what kind of person were you in that fighting game? Did you like to go in their face, or did you like to annoy them? If you like to annoy them, pick some fireball characters, be annoying, stay away, do what you want. But if you like to be in their face, consider, picking rushdown like Kyo, Iori, or Kim even. Just anyone that can just blow you up as soon as they're close to you. And if you're a grappler, we have those too, so...
Okay. All right. Well said. Jojo. So, yeah, new player comes up. He says, yo, how do I build a team in this game? I don't know how to build a team. What do you tell him?
And I'd have like a whole little discussion panel just to tell them how I feel about it, to be honest. But like, man, if I had to tell anybody, because I know that naturally you want to play who's like the characters you want to that are most appealing to you. Basically, that's like literally what everybody does. I mean, I don't really know a few people that just goes to play top tier, just right off the bat. Like, all right, tell me who's top tier. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do that. Because you want to play, and especially in a game like this, you want to play who you like, because you literally get 3 characters. So I mean, you can, and then even if your character's not good, you can still play that character. But you got 2 whole other characters that you can experiment play style wise. You know what I mean? Like, and then you can build off that. Because that's how Dinosaur was. Dinosaur was, especially when it first came out. Like the game, like the first patch, it's not good at all. But I was like, you know what? I like this character, but you got 2 whole other characters to work with, and and it's what like what everybody else was saying earlier. Basically, it's just like you want to play what's also, and maybe you want to play your favorite character. You got to play also what's your what's most comfortable to you, play style wise. You like rushdown, you like characters with good pokes, spilling, zoning, all kinds of stuff. So like that's one thing I actually do like about King of Fighters, with this 3v3 system that allows you to do that. Because even if your character's not good, or whatever the case may be, you can always still play your character. I don't know, some people might not even want to do that, but you can always still play your character because you get 2 other tries, to keep it like a solid team. Because honestly, I mean, I don't think any team could be like like the worst composition ever. And I personally don't feel that way. I feel like any team could work. It's the amount of time to play, how much effort you put, practice and whatnot. And yeah, there's gonna always be better characters, in any game like that. But that's just, honestly how I feel about that. I mean, it's just so much that can go to that can factor that question. And it's really, it's a pretty difficult question for me because it's just so many ways. I mean, to me personally, I may be overthinking it, but I really feel like it's just so many things that can go into it. But I mean, just basically the same thing that the other 2 guys said. Just play, play who you like, who's most appealing to you, and then maybe over time, gradually, just basically, you don't like what you see or the results that you're getting. Maybe you'll switch it up a bit, find some other characters that might, fit your playstyle. Basically, that's all. I mean, I had that happen to me because I wasn't playing Kim at the beginning either. Like, I fought this one guy online. Like, we had like a set online, and I really liked, how he played Kim. So that, drove me to actually pick up Kim on my team. Over time. So I mean, it happens.
All right, cool. All right, thanks for that. Net Battles Mexiken Esteban. How would you answer building the team for a new player?
That's always a harder one, only because everyone definitely is different, and sometimes approaching the game can be kind of weird. Usually what I'll do, if they are completely open to whatever characters they want to play, this is going to sound silly, and a lot of people may not agree with me, but I always will tell them, I'll set them down next to me, and I'll just go through all the characters, like just what they look like. And then I'll just tell them, okay, which character do you want to play? And then they'll pick the one character. I was like, all right. After that, then I'm like, then you play... Then next thing I'll usually do is I'll tell them the next 2 characters to play. A lot of times they're good characters, or they're like solid characters with good normals. But the reason I do that, depending on what their first character pick is they may pick a character that will be very frustrating to learn. Like, for example, let's say somebody says, it's almost going to be a blow up on one of the people in this chat. I promise you, it's not a blow up.
Okay,
but let's just say, and like this is an example though. So let's say they want to play Whip or Vanessa.
Okay,
right? Those characters are very, 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 very hard to use at any level of play. So they're going to learn if they try to learn with a character that's hard to use, then I don't think, and then they pick two more characters that are really hard to use, they're going to be driven away from the game really quick. So I wouldn't necessarily say pick top tier, but I would say pick one character you really want to play regardless of where they are, and then pick two other characters. Like, even if it's Kyo and Iori, then you just play Kyo and Iori and the other character. Because at least Kyo and Iori can play the game, where the third character may not be able to. If they like a top tier, then they can go wherever they want. Like, let's say they like Benimaru. Well, then fine, pick whoever else, no big deal. But there's usually nothing wrong with picking one character they really, really like. But I would definitely say, if your goal is to not be super strict on who you play, or you don't really care that much on the other one or two characters, pick someone solid. Well, just ask somebody who knows what they're doing and pick someone solid. That's how I see it, at least.
I like that.
Okay. Cool. That was great.
I mean, I played Kyo, Iori, Kim, K-Dash, Angel, Kenso. Like, I've gone through a lot of characters, so it's one of those things where it's definitely, you want to let them pick who they want, but you also want to let them enjoy the game. And if they don't enjoy the game because their characters are all low tier, and they don't know how to get past the high tier because they don't have the tools to do it, they're not going to stick around. So that's how I see it, at least.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. That kind of segues a little into the next question, is that I see new players ask like a lot, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to answer. But they usually ask, like, who are the easiest characters to play with in 14 for right now? I mean, we don't know how the next DLC is going to be, but for right now, how would y'all answer a new player asking who are the easiest, like, beginner friendly characters to play with? Go ahead, Jojo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it always seems to me like as far as easiest characters concerned, it's always like the legacy characters that are like the easiest, like the Roberts, the Yoris, and stuff like that. Because it's like, I want to say, mechanic wise, it's the familiarity, like, you know, with a projectile, you know, your basic projectile, your basic DP, stuff like that. So it's just, if they can, you know, they get used to that, the mechanic, like, they get used to the basic style of characters like Robert or Yori. I'm just gonna use those two examples. You know, I mean, think about it. They have everything they need. They have, like, Yori has a command grab, it's got DP, you know, it's got good buttons on top of that, and whatnot. Got a projectile for zoning purposes. It's not a zoner, but, you know, and then they could just build off of that, I feel like, honestly. So, like, I don't know, I mainly find, like, legacy characters being the easier beginner-friendly characters. And they got good damage output, too. I almost forgot about that.
Okay, legacy. What? I never used that term.
But I mean, yeah, sorry. Well, maybe I should explain myself. Legacy characters being like the classic characters that have been in previous titles, like Yori's been in, like, you know, in the older games. And, like, I always find like those characters to be like the easier characters. They don't require much, like, don't require much like technicality in their playstyle, basically. Because, I mean, when you think about characters like Robert, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You know, he's got good buttons. I feel like he's got good buttons and good zoning tools, or not for harassment. So, like, basically just the older characters in general.
Would you argue pre-98?
You said what?
Would you argue like 98 or earlier? Because, like, if you think of characters like Angel, we wouldn't consider Angel like even though she's been in past games, it's not the same kind of category.
No. I mean, like, that are constantly reoccurring. That's why I mentioned, like, maybe not Robert, but at least Iori, at least, you know, because he's been, like, in every other KOF since '95.
Right. Okay.
That's what I meant. No, maybe I should have used a better example. But but even then, like Angel's not an easy, like definitely not an easy character. Like she's far from it. I feel like because once she's like perfected though, basically like how Deximo uses her and stuff like that, it's like a rap basically.
Okay.
Because all the new characters, they are like when I think about it, like all the new characters in 14, like Kukri, Mien, Sylvie. Well, maybe not Sylvie, but at least like Mien and Kukri, like they're pretty technical in a way. Especially Kukri. You got Hein, gotta know what you're doing basically, or have at least played KOF.
Okay. Any other thoughts about if someone were to ask who the easiest characters in the game are?
Yeah, I got some, but I'm like bringing up the character select screen right now.
Okay, I can go from there. I got just to go branch off a little bit more. Whenever somebody asks me for easy characters, I have a hard time doing easy characters because I come from a harder KOF game. So to me, a lot of characters are easy characters. So what I usually will go to is I usually try to go for a base game plan. And usually I'll try to ask them what's easy for you. So if they tell me, oh yeah, I played, or let's say I didn't play this, but they tell me the idea of easy is not doing a lot of things, then I would probably say more like a standard Fireball Dragon Punch character, like a Robber, or even like Athena has that, slow Fireball, oh, they jump it, DP, or they rolled, punish that, or, like my same kind of game plan you can play with her. If they say, well, I think, easier would be being able to press buttons. So I would pick like Iori, Kyo, good Kim, good buttons, not super high execution, but definitely just like where the game plan is simple. And then if they just tell me, well, what character, then I also would rather just tell them what characters to stay away from.
Ooh,
so
okay.
If they were like easy character, Angel, Vanessa, stuff like that. So
I like that.
All right. Any other thoughts before we trot along to the next question?
Yeah, when I have friends that were just getting into KOF and this was like their first KOF they wanted to play, I told them basically told them Team Art of Fighting and Team Fatal Fury. That's as easy as you're gonna get.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that bird.
That's as easy as you're gonna get. But if they want to play other characters, I tell them, well, Kula has these tools, but she's not a traditional Shoto. She doesn't have a Fireball, but she has a DP and a Tatsumaki. So if you can live without the Fireball, pick her. Or if they're Guile players, then I tell them, oh, okay, Leona might work for you. But it really depends on their play style.
Yeah.
So if they want to find the easiest characters, though, I straight up tell them Art of Fighting or Fatal Fury. You're not getting any easier than that.
Right. Iori or something.
Yeah, or Iori, but early KOF, 94, 95 KOF for sure. A lot of them are easy, but to an extent, it really just depends on who they are. And if they're completely new to fighting games in general, one thing I tell them is, and once again, they probably shouldn't listen to me. I just tell them, play 5 minutes with every character in training mode. Who do you like? Who feels natural to you? That's your easy character.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Well said. This question just popped in my head. So real quick, a lot of new players, when they talk about KOF, they say, oh, I don't know how to hop well. The game has 4 different types of jumps. What advice would you give a new player that is learning how to properly use their jumps and how to hop?
Ooh.
When to use what?
See, that's a loaded question because there's different advice for different tools of play. So like I can tell you how to do that stuff on stick, but I can't tell you how to do that stuff on pad or keyboard.
Okay.
Well, let me go ahead and go at it then. Well, Desmond, let me ask you a question. So let's say this person, like, can we assume this person's brain, like, knew just a KOF and he has played other fighting games?
Yes.
Okay, then here's how I go about it. Let's just assume Street Fighter, because usually that's the argument I hear from Street Fighter. It's just like, I have a lot of friends who got really good at 5, who are really good at 4, and hopping was the main gripe that they had, because they're like, everyone's just hopping. So let me go with that first. I explain hops as an extension of footsies. So if they're from Street Fighter, they know what the term footsie means. Pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We'll basically say a hop essentially is a longer range normal. If you think about it that way, counter poking and aka anti-airing works just like anti-airing hops. If you're wanting to reach a specific spot, it's just going to be like throwing out a longer normal. If they're asking how to do it, if they're on pad, I tell them to tap the button. If they're on stick, I tell them reverse super jump. And then that usually solves 95% of the problems. And at least till they actually start getting the hang of it themselves. But that's usually how I have to explain it to somebody when they're asking, like, when and how to use hops. So, and then jumping is the same.
Training mode, pick Kyo, and have him do hop 2C over and over again. Because, like he said, the reverse super jump, just go from up and go immediately to down. So, just practice doing, like, as fast as you can, jump 2C with Kyo, and they'll start hopping pretty quickly. And it gives them a chance to, like, figure out what the input feels like to them without having to really describe it to them.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, you can explain it to them, and it probably like fly over their heads, but it's one of those things they got to like actually practice doing, mid match or just in training mode, whatever. So you got to. It's one of those things.
Right.
Like basically.
Right. To answer my own question, I'll just link them to the Danny J video. That's all I'll do.
That video is a godlike video.
It helped me.
That's the best way to do it.
The KOF 98 one?
Yeah, it helped me. It helped a lot of other people. I'll just say, just watch the video. Tell me what you learned from it. Watch it more than once. Because actually, I still watch it from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still, learn from it. It refreshes a lot of things that, I probably forgot about. So yeah, I'll definitely just link them to that Danny J.
I got a funny story about that one. So we recently just got a Guilty Gear player who on our scene to just start wanting to play KOF more on the casual side, and I sent him the link to that video, and the part where it says, so if you're playing fighting games and you speak English, you most likely haven't played a lot of KOF. And he was just like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
just reminded me of that moment. It was really good.
Yeah, that's a great video, man. Even though like it is fairly old, I still think it's still relevant. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely.
All right, so
it's definitely relevant.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next question. A lot of new players, kind of ask, "Hey, how do I find combos? How do I find gameplay information on 14? Where do I go? Where do I look? What do you give them as far as the answer goes?" Kenshi?
I mean, I'll tell them to like look up practical combos on YouTube for their character, because there's a lot of combo videos like for every character.
But how would they know what to search for? Like, how would they know? Like, how would they distinguish between like something that's practical and something that isn't practical?
That's a good question.
Well, what I do is I watch tons of like match footage, watch tournament footage. Most of the time, like in a tournament setting, people aren't going to go for like impractical, dumb combos. They're going to do like the the combo they need to get the job done, and most of the time it's going to be, you know, not like a stupid damage combo, but not necessarily optimal, but, you know, just like your average damage, reliable bread and butter combo. So, like, I normally just wind up watching tons of footage when I'm getting into a game, or, you know, if I really like the game, because I just watch tons of footage of KOF anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that normally gives you a pretty good idea.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah.
I just find them and just be like, here, do these combos.
I mean, that's a way to go about it. Sometimes I do that.
No, I'm not even joking. Like, when we got a resurgence of new people, I literally made quick guides, which had like their pokes, anti-airs, and like point character combos, so you wouldn't have to worry about order. And I literally gave them the combos to do. You know what? I come to find out that nowadays new people don't like looking up shit. So I could either tell them, well, go look it up, and then they probably won't do it, or I can just give them the information and then they can just practice it from there. And sometimes I have the time to be able to just give them the information, so that's what I do.
Okay.
Videos he was doing for a bit, those were really good for just that. Say what the good pokes are, what they're used for, and your 1 bar, 2
whose
bar,
videos?
more
You kind of cut out real quick.
second, third combos.
Whose videos?
Whose videos?
Cauliflowers?
Oh yeah, cauliflowers. Yes, the quick combo guides.
Yeah, those were really good for that kind of thing. To
They
just
were
like
really good.
spin up on a character really quick.
Okay. All right. Jojo, did you share how to find information for this game for a new player?
Oh no, I mean I basically agree with both of them are saying. Basically, like definitely watch the tournament vids. You know, practice, see what you. I mean, not only just rely on just other tournament vids and whatnot. Just go and practice on. There's nothing wrong with also just going to practice to see what you can find. You know, you might find some stuff like a new player, or a veteran player. You might be able to find something that nobody else has found yet, and then you just build off of what you know and what you see. Basically, that's really, I feel like, the way to go about it. Just in general, at least.
Okay. All right.
Not to sound. I know this sounds like kind of like rude in a way, but
no. You're good. You're good. Yeah. So yeah, keep in mind, I will announce something a little bit later regarding information for 3.0 to make everyone's lives a little bit more easier, and make sure things are organized. So keep that in mind. If I forget to announce it, then I'll be very mad at myself. But yeah. So let's get into another question. So who are y'all favorite YouTube channels for learning that you will give to a new player? We mentioned cauliflowers, but as far as match videos and other tutorials, is there any other ones that y'all would recommend for a new player getting into KO14?
Ooh,
Juice box.
As far as for tutorials, I don't really at this point in time. No, I definitely can't really think of any tutorial channels off the top of my head for KOF 14. But definitely match for KOF for 14. I can definitely find hella channels for good matches and stuff like that I'm at least subscribed to online.
Ray's really good for 14 footage.
I actually just found a new one a couple of days ago. To me, at least, it was a KOF official channel because I was watching NCR and I checked out this channel. It was basically just all SNK KOF 14 stuff and older SNK title games and stuff. But they had all those tournaments up there. Game Macho, they're really slowly getting up there because they're just doing the arcade version. But you got KOF Online, they're a good channel source. And I'm trying to think of a couple more off the top of my head. Those are the main ones off the top of my head at least. Oh, and Gato Ray, definitely Gato.
Oh yeah.
He definitely gets some good stuff.
Yeah.
From everywhere.
Right.
Not just in Japan and it's everywhere.
Yeah. And he posts up some good tutorials from time to time as well.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah, that's one right there. Gato Ray.
Yeah.
Gato Ray's one.
Yeah. But as far as match video footage of 14, there's a lot of hidden channels I might have to make a whole podcast about this someday. But there's like a bunch of like hidden KOF channels from many different places. A lot of them I found like in Asia. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many like these just like low key channels, and they have like, you know, hundreds of hours of footage. You know, some have like 3 to 4 hour, you know, match videos, you know, all on one channel. You know, like for example, like ET's channel. Well, I think he has like several different channels, but yeah, he has a lot of channels of him playing in like his local scene, playing at some like gaming lounge or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a whole show about that sometime, about like the hidden KOF 14 channels and other KOFs as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have my browser up right now. Yeah, ET's one. Violent Kane has a channel, I believe. Romance has a channel. He does a lot of stuff for KOF. And Kings of CO, there's channels. Yeah, it's a couple. I'm looking at it right now.
Right. Okay. All right. Next question. This is like closely related. Streamers. What streamers do y'all recommend? Someone said Juicebox. Anyone else? Streamers that are on Twitch?
I don't know any. No, I'm not streaming.
I mean, if you just like watching people play, Stray Wolf does his stream. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, I think it's just Kiardo.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, like, and he'll help when he can. Like, if he knows about stuff, like he'll figure stuff out if you ask him. But I mean, he does streams on a semi-regular basis. I don't know who really does much when it comes to explaining more, though. Kenshi, have you streamed recently?
Yeah, I try to stay consistent.
Okay. I don't stream at all because I don't have anything to stream because I don't play online. So
it's kind of hard to like stream consistently with like everything going on in my life right now, but I try to stay as consistent as possible, and a lot of it has been me just waiting for 3.0.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do still stream. I try to keep the game, you know, kind of relevant on Twitch, as relevant as I can. QV actually reopened his Neta OC Arena channel with the 24-hour, 7 days a week KOF stream. So
yeah, the 7 days a week.
yeah, that's back. You know, where he just goes AFK, and you know that thing's back.
Yeah, he goes to work and let people play.
yeah. But when I first started out, when I first started out streaming, there was a lot more KOF streamers than there is now. A lot more active KOF streamers. Now it seems like there's, you know, me when I'm consistent, Stray Wolf, Neta OC Arena. Whenever there's a Dream Cancel event, you, Desmond, and That's about it, because I haven't seen KCO Pedro stream in a while. I don't see Romance stream as much as I used to. Juicebox still streams, but that's, you know, Juicebox, that's obvious. Yeah, that's about it. You might, like, if you do what I do, I just follow KOF 14 as a game. And sometimes I'll just be looking for people who stream from that, because there might be someone on their PS4 just streaming.
Yo, I gotta interject real quick. Yeah, Calvin Klein. I see people say rest in peace. Be careful with that rest in peace stuff. He's still alive. He's still on this earth walking. He's just AFK times 10.
Yeah, I actually still talk to him on the regular.
Yeah. Be careful with that rest in peace.
I was actually seriously about to put it in the little chat, like the personal one for this podcast. Like, wait, is he actually dead?
No. I still talk to him on the regular. He stepped away from gaming to focus on studies.
Good stuff.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
There's KOF NO1 on YouTube. I don't know who it is, if it's a specific person, but there's like daily, 6 hours or so of just KOF online footage in Korea.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. There's a lot of like streamers on YouTube that play forever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
To all the people in the chat that said me, thank you. But why would you recommend people to me? I'm just some troll that plays KO.
No. Don't downgrade yourself, man. Just bow.
Hey, you know
just bow and say thank you. We got you.
Hey, Kenshi, you do more than I do for this game. So keep that in mind. Like, I don't do anything except wait for the random person to be like, hey, can you explain something to me? And I might make a video like once every 6 months. So keep that. By the way, if anybody has any topics they need explained to them by somebody who maybe is more like mid-level that can try to explain things, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and I will try to explain a video on that. All right, you can continue now.
This is a question that just popped up in my head. All right, so when playing online, all right, for new players, they immediately go on ranked. So how should we pull the new players going on ranked to free match? Like, and what do y'all recommend? Just go on free match or go on ranked? I say free. Yeah, go ahead, Esteban.
I was gonna say, I think the best thing to do is instead of just hopping on, instead of them just randomly hopping online, follow things like Dream Cancel or specific people. Like, Devil Digimon will put the casual session online, and that's a legit place where people can go and play like good matches online. And just seeing if there's any events going on done online, just because that way they'll know there's actually more, like there's a good amount of people playing and they can meet a bunch of people. That's what I would suggest.
This dude said ranked is the biggest meme. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, all right, check this out. I will say, all right, for the first maybe few days of any fighting game that I've played, ranked is always popping and then it dies out. So what we may need to do is just a few of us, not all of us, maybe like a small percentage of us, go all ranked and then bring some people to lobbies or a Discord server, etc., etc. Because ranked never like stays around forever unless you're playing like Street Fighter 5 or something like that. But
sometimes I do go on to ranked and I find new people.
Yeah.
And I ask them like, hey, are you new to this game? And I try to get them into the whole Dream Cancel thing and everything else, because one thing I like to say, like, is ranked is where all the new players are. Like, that's where they first go. Like, every time I go on ranked, it's just like, I feel bad because, you can't pick your characters, so I feel like I'm just watching new players with my main team, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna message this guy and be like, hey, here's some learning resources, here's a group that's really active in this game, and we can all help you if you're really interested.
Well, you do have slots, like 3 slots.
Yeah,
teams,
yeah. But I mean, like, it's not like free match where you can just
pick anyone.
Like, you're just in with your one team.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like static teams. Yeah, I understand.
Does the Dream Cancel site have an invite link to the Discord?
Yeah, it's on the front page, and in the forums.
So, like, if we could, if somebody has like a PSN free trial, just make an account that says like, go to player match instead, or go to dreamcancel.com, and then just have it like sit in ranked. Have somebody sit in ranked with that, and maybe people will see it and just go.
Okay, that sounds.
Too bad, we can't change our names on PlayStation Network or anything yet.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, wait. Does that also happen on Steam? Like, where more people are going to, like, new people are going to ranked?
Does anyone even play KOF on Steam?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm asking as the guy
that was sarcastic. That was a sarcastic.
I was about to say, I don't play online. I don't know any of this.
that was a sarcastic joke. Yes, there is Steam players, but I don't necessarily know like if there's new players on Steam, because every time I go onto Steam, like, it's very, very small. Like, the only time I'm ever getting matches on PC is if I'm asking in KOF anyone for matches. But one thing that you could do, like, because some people do watch my stream and get interested in KOF, and they're PC players, the first thing I do is like, hey, here's Dream Cancel. Go here if you want to play with people, or come to my stream and, ask for matches on PC. I can't stream PC, but I can play with you. And, stuff like that, because the PC community is significantly smaller than PS4.
So I've hopped on PC, like, to play with specific people, and if we only play for, like, a short time or something, sometimes I'll pop into just ranked after. I've done that a couple times, and I've come across random people every time. The problem is, just like you, I'm going in with, like, my main team. I come across somebody brand new, and I just kind of watch them, and they quit halfway through the match.
Oh!
And then it's like, I would love to get you some, people closer to your level to play with regularly and stuff like that, but they just leave, and, like, I can't go back and grab their name because I didn't take note of it up front, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there are people on there, but the PC community, the new PC players seem more likely to quit.
Damn. I don't have that problem on PS4. The new players there, like, they might get salty. Like, it's always hit or miss, like, if you message them. They might get salty and be like, oh, life, all you do is play this game.
Oh, yeah. They get all, like, existential on you and stuff.
Yeah, but, like, there's been times where, like, I'll just add someone that I find unranked. I'll be like, hey, you play this game? Here, add me. I know a lot of people who play this game, and I'll invite you. And I do invite them once in a while, just to play in a bigger lobby, so they can realize that matches are relevant, just not in ranked.
Okay. All right. So why don't we open up Q&A while we get into the next batch of questions. So if anyone has any questions in the chat, I will try to grab them as quickly as I can. So so we kind of touched upon sort of where to find matches. Well, people pretty much brought up, go to the Discord, you know what I'm saying? There's many different Discords. Anyone else have any other places that, they think they should direct current players that are trying to find matches online?
Even I would just say the best thing to do if they're on like Facebook is at least try to put them towards maybe not obviously a scene in their state if they don't have one, but
yes,
if they like a scene close. So like, the Chicago scene's a little bit bigger, and I'm sure those guys play online. So if they go there, somebody I'm sure will be down to play games online, or just whatever the case may be. Just the basic Facebook groups isn't a bad idea if they are already that far into it.
Okay. All right.
Elkie Dory started doing those lobby streams every Friday.
Yes, I've been in those at least once.
Yeah, and those are like not just really experienced players wind up in those, so it's not a bad place for newer players to go either.
Okay. All right.
I want to say.
Go ahead, JoJo.
Man, my bad. I want to say there was like one thing. I think it's still up on my my playlist right here. It was Hell Pockets and a couple other guys. They were doing like some online gathering. I know that was about the only other thing I've seen. And like Decimo was in it. It was like Decimo, Stray Wolf, somebody.
Oh, the boot camp thing they did.
Yeah, because Meta Abe and Hell Pockets were doing commentary. I forget what the event was called, but it's like right here. And they were like, it was like an online gathering though. So I never knew what it was, but I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, okay. So I know they do that.
Are you talking about like the boot camp thing?
think that's what it was. Yeah.
They haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, they haven't done that in a long while.
Hey, yo, I would like to recommend real quick for new players, like new players. There is a newbie KOF Discord that exists that you could definitely check out. Let me see if I can get an instant invite, if that's cool for people to check that out. So,
About to say, Digi on the chat said Game Goons.
Game Goons. Oh yeah.
So there you go, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Game Goons for sure. Yeah, they always hold it down for KOF. And I know when 3.0 comes out, they'll be streaming quite a bit.
Awesome.
So this is the newbie Discord for new players. And if you're an experienced player, I would say go there to help other players if they have any questions and whatnot. Don't go in there and try to like own them and stuff like that. Be helpful.
Oh man, that'd be mean.
But they give you a way to assign yourself like a player level.
Yes.
And then like that way you can label yourself as an experienced player, and then some people might like tag you or hit you up with questions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Kind of wish I used Discord more to help people out, but I'm really lazy. I'll admit that.
All right, so the next kind of batch of questions, it'll be a little bit more technical. So I understand if not everyone can kind of answer these, but I do know there's going to be a lot of people wanting to stream KO14 when 3.0 drops. So do anyone have any sort of like tips, tricks for people for like either new players or current players want to stream this game? It can be all the way from like stream quality, maybe to like proper engagement, maybe even distributing their streams. Anything comes to mind from any one of y'all?
All right, so I'll go with this one. Just a couple basic things, but important things. One, if you are a very salty person, may not be the greatest idea. Two.
Oh man.
Definitely. Actually, that's pretty much the only one. That's the only one I can think of. If you're a very salty person, you may not want to do it, which is another reason I don't stream online. Like me playing online. So that's pretty much the only one I can think of. When it comes to like stream quality, I think at this point, if you can just make it work, if you got a solid internet connection where you can stream from your PS4 and just plug a webcam in, or your mic or whatever, that's pretty much the best way to do it. You don't have to go all out. Like I have a full streaming setup if I really wanted to. Kenshi, I know you do.
Oh yeah,
there's a few people that do, and it's fine if you want to spend the money. You don't have to spend, but you don't have to. Just do it from the PS4. That's good enough. We don't need everybody trying to become full-time streamers. Just go ahead and use what you got working for you. And honestly, sometimes doing it from the PS4, if you don't have like really good internet, is actually the better way to go because it doesn't kill it as bad. Your matches won't be completely garbage.
If we're talking like just streaming KOF 14 and playing online, I always if you use OBS, I always recommend to use a bit rate lower than 1500 because that game's netcode isn't the strongest. So, you might lose some visual fidelity, but don't go over 1500 bit rate if your internet is trash.
Yeah.
Like my internet's not the best, so I always have like a lower bit rate just so I can like dedicate it more towards the game. But if you have good internet, more power to you.
Oh, yep, that's another good one. Sorry, I just saw it in the chat. Yes, Ethernet cords.
Yes, yeah.
Ethernet cords. Do not.
Yeah, definitely Ethernet.
If you have just Ethernet cords, that's it. Just Hardwire
Yeah.
your laptop or computer. Hardwire your console.
Yeah.
Do not play on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, if you can't find an Ethernet cord, just go on like Amazon and get like a 500-foot like Ethernet cord. It'd probably be like $5 or something, like, you know.
They're cheap.
Because I understand some people, like, the biggest excuse I hear is that, hey, I live in a certain house configuration where my PlayStation can't go to the router. The router is in my dad's workshop basement. You know what I'm saying? And I live on the 30th floor in my mansion, and, you know, so I can't like swing a cord through the window into the basement and stuff like that, or I can't drill a hole through the floor to get to the router. You know what I'm saying? There is alternatives to that. What's it called? Like a power line adapter. Like you could try those. I haven't tried them, but some people say it's a good alternative. If you can't.
They're very good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, as long as from what I understand, there is going to be where it kind of depends on like how your house is built, but I don't know all the details on that. But if you know somebody who's knowledgeable enough for that, it's really a good way to go.
Yo, said wireless should be banned from
It should be
future consoles. Oh man, that's funny.
Mesh. What do you guys know what a mesh network is? Pedro just mentioned that. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know what
it's
that
like
is.
an extra Wi-Fi. So it's so instead of having like Wi-Fi from say like your basement to like a second floor room or something, it's like a router that connects to another router, so that your connection to the internet is still like strong because you're closer. You just need extra, more expensive hardware.
Oh, okay. So basically, just more like in simple man's terms, like a middleman, like essentially like a middleman router. So that way you're not from one end of the house to the other.
Yeah, but it's built to work that way. So
Right.
it's not just like doing router to router. It's meant to do that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. We need somebody should make a tutorial on all these things and make a video out of it. That way, I think it'd be better for not just KOF community, but just
Fighting
FGC
game,
as
yeah.
a whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Because
it can come from the KOF community, that is a huge way to get some more notoriety for us. So,
I agree 100% because a lot of people blame the net code on Wi-Fi. Like, I don't know if y'all remember a while ago, but you know, someone was saying, "Hey, the net code is horrible."
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you know, we're like, "Well,
They're
what
playing
are
on
you-"
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm using Wi-Fi. I'm like, no. So yeah, go ahead.
Just to elaborate more on the streaming thing, if your purpose is to be a full-time streamer, if you're trying to grow your channel, I do have some tips for that. If you're trying to focus 100% on KOF 14 as your primary game, like I do, peak times. Look for when no one's playing, because there's always someone who wants to watch. Look for when no one's playing. Don't worry about Meta OC Arena. There's only like one person ever watching that. Another thing you could do is do long streams. Like, figure out when more of the people are able to watch. Like, that's why those 15-hour streams kind of stopped. The purpose of them was met. I kind of know when my peak viewing time is, so like I mostly target for that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the setup, a nice overlay helps. It's not required, but you should definitely have something that separates your mic, not your mic, but your chat, your game feed, and your face cam feed. But if you don't have like a true overlay, one thing that I like to do, or I like to tell people, is put your face cam in the middle of the two bars at the bottom, because that's not in the way of the actual game.
Hmm.
So you could do that. That's the old Calvin Klein strat. So you could do that, or you could just like have it in the corner somewhere, just off screen, where it's not like affecting the health the health bars or meter at all, and
Yeah.
people can still see what's going on in the game. Because having a face cam definitely helps grow your channel, because people can see how you react to things, and if you get salty, they're gonna see it. If you get, if you get like excited, they're gonna see it. Like, it's always more engaging to have a face cam. So you definitely want to have that. But if you don't have that, don't worry.
Yeah.
You need a mic, though. You need a mic. There's no way to like get past a certain plateau just text communication, because it takes too long. It's really unengaging.
Yeah.
And it's just not fun. So get a mic. A nice overlay is not required, but it definitely helps. And just have fun.
Yeah.
Don't force yourself to play. If that, like, I could see Pedro like freaking out about the 15-hour thing. Don't force yourself to stream longer than you want to.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you're not feeling it, your viewers aren't feeling it.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. So if you're having fun, though, keep going. I mean, like, when I was doing that 15-hour thing, it was some of the most fun I ever had. I was just like, oh, yo, KOF all day. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
I was just having a blast. But if I try to play other games for that long, I'm mad.
Right. I will say...
I can't imagine Tekken.
I will say very quickly, if you don't want to be on the mic, like, an alternative is to probably get other people on the mic. Like, if you have your own Discord, and then just like mute yourself and have other people in your Discord voice channel chat on your behalf.
Someone who can interact with your chat, definitely.
Yeah, I think that can work. Especially if your mic is just horrible, or you're just very shy. You have like some sort of like anxiety concerning like people online with your voice and stuff like that. You can always fall back to that if you're not comfortable, and you don't even probably even need a camera too, because some people just they don't want to be seen.
Yeah. Another thing that you could do is something that I used to do when I didn't have the proper stuff. I would have a friend read the chat, and then I would tell them what I want them to respond. So gameplay will be going on. I don't have to stop playing.
Oh yeah,
to type.
Yeah, you could definitely
That's
have
also
like
a good way to do it.
Yeah, you could definitely have like a little secretary. For the stream, a stream chat secretary. Anyone else have any other thoughts on streaming real quick before we move on?
No, off the top of my head. Nope.
If you're a girl, you should stream KOF.
Pedro.
you know what's funny? I know this is off topic, but one time I was streaming KOF, and this dude comes in, and he's speaking German, and I Google Translate it. He's asking if I'm a woman. And I was like, no.
That sounds like a troll.
yeah, it might have been, but because I had the long blonde hair, and I had just shaved that day, so like my baby face was showing.
Oh wow!
And it's like, no.
All right, so all right, let's move on a little bit. And if anyone has any other questions or any other concerns, especially in the discussion panel about preparing for 3.0, please go right ahead. Anyone?
A good way to prepare for 3.0 is to play 2.0 as much as you can right now. I know the balance is going to change, but the feel of the game is going to be almost the same. Yeah, there's going to be universal roles and this and that, but it's overall going to still be KOF 14. So if you don't really like how KOF 14 plays right now, but you don't want to be out of shape when 3.0 plays, suck it up and play. you got 4 days
to universal roles, but we don't know like whose role they're changing everybody to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a character that maybe didn't have like a reasonably usable like anti-roll OS, like people have the 2B, 5 ACD. Oh, familiarize yourself with the notation. KOF people will often use numpad notation A, B, C, D. Familiarize yourself with it so when people post stuff they find and things like that, you actually know what they're talking about. That's a good step.
Yep.
But also, like check to see if your character that didn't before have a usable anti-roll option select now has one, because everybody's roll is short enough that their button reaches.
Okay. Sounds good.
Got a lot of experimentation time. I know that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Comes out. So that's always a fun part of a new patch in any game.
I can't wait to blow up these people who get away with rolls on like up everywhere under the sun. I'm ready for it.
You said everywhere on the sun. Oh man, yeah,
Dude,
I
you don't understand how many people get away with bad rolls. It's really bad. I'm ready to start blowing this shit up because I got sick of it 2 years ago.
All right, so why don't we get into a very important part of preparing for 3.0 and afterwards, especially for everyone, because I know everyone is going to be sharing information, hunting for information to level up, or even just to learn more about characters, especially the new characters in the game and how all the other characters have changed. Especially from reading the patch notes. So, basically, this is what's going to happen. All right, the wiki. We're going to try our best to update the wiki. We have Google Docs for all the characters in KOF14. They need to be updated. There are some, I would say, characters that don't even have anything on their page.
Oh.
Like Banderas, bless his soul.
Oh, I can add to that.
So what I'm going to do real quick, let me see. I am going to add in a link to the chat real quick. If I could find it, but I'm going to keep talking. Oh, here we go. Here we go, right here. And you never know, I might be missing a character or something like that. So yeah, if you have any information to add, it goes by a comment, like a recommendation kind of system. So you add a comment, and then it has to be approved by the owner of the doc. So feel free to take advantage of that. Also, another important thing I would like to announce. This is for the Dream Cancel forums, all right? This is what we're going to do. When the patch drops, okay, this may be a complete blow-up. Either, like, it may not work at all, or it may work too well. But what's going to happen is that the King of Fighters 14 section, character section of the forums, it will be completely open to guest accounts to post replies in threads, which means that if you do not have an account, and you don't even have to make an account, you can post information in the character section. So, for example, if you're on Twitter or you're on YouTube and you make videos, saying tech videos and stuff like that, you can add your Twitter links in individual character threads. I'm gonna post this up in the chat right here. I hope this is the right one. And it'll be open, why don't we say on the 12th. I would enable it for guests to reply only. So I don't know. This might blow up. It might be tons of spam. It may be tons of bad information. But we're going to do our best to carefully and extensively moderate it as much as we can. So your post might be deleted without any kind of explanation. If if you want to spam or troll or anything like that, we're going to keep a tight lid on it. So if you ask, oh, why was my post deleted? We ain't saying nothing. That's how real this is, especially if we're opening it up to guests. Guests, meaning that you could come off the street, use a computer at a library, go to the URL, and post in a character section, of whatever information that you have. And also it'll be organized as well. So I want to kind of get people's thoughts on that. Firstly, in our discussion panel.
Don't IP ban me. I might post some dumb stuff. No, I'm not going to do that. But I feel like forums are a great way to help new players, or just kind of have the information readily available. Because who knows, there might be someone who knows stuff that not even Juicebox knows, not even Dechimo knows about Kukri. There might be crazy good players that just don't have a Dream Cancel account. So it definitely sounds like a good idea, but it also sounds like a double-edged sword because of people like me.
Right.
So I'm working on a bot.
Go ahead.
So I'm working on a bot that's gonna follow Twitter for the KOF14 tag, KOF14 V3, whatever combinations people post out. It's gonna follow that stream of tweets with those tags in it, and it's gonna find ones with videos with tech in it, because Twitter tech videos are notorious for showing up one day and they're gone the next, and if you didn't see it that day, it's just gone forever. And there's the wise man on the corner that's oh, I saw this thing on Twitter one time, let me try to find it. You're never finding it, it's gone. So the bot's gonna look for tweets with those videos, and I'm gonna see if I can't get it to post to the appropriate character threads with the tech videos with links to the tweets and hopefully a little blurb on what they're about.
Cool.
Definitely sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. The forums, as far as using the forums, I understand 100%. People don't use forums anymore. People use social media because it's easy. You pick up your phone, you know what I'm saying? The internet is already connected. You just press one button, which is the app for Facebook or Twitter, and then you press another button, and you could just immediately post whatever you want or add a video, through PSN or something like that, or whatever console they use nowadays, because they link to social media very easily, and also you get likes, you get little thumbs up and hearts and stuff like that, and replies, and you can reply back to people very easily. So yeah, I understand that. So people using the forums to archive what they content create, it's going to be just for archival purposes only. I mean, if people want to ask questions and answer them, feel free, but it's not going to be a replacement for social media at all, because forums, I can understand, they don't get that much traffic, they don't get that much love, they don't get that much credit, that much. I mean, I guess people understand, forums used to be popping back in the day, but if we try this out, I mean, let's definitely experiment with it. It could either be very useful or no one would actually use it. So let's try to definitely experiment around with that.
I still agree with Pedro was saying on the screen chat. But forums, I mean, not forums. Discord is also pretty much the new age way to keep in touch, for tech and whatnot, or to posting anything you notice, patch notes.
Yes,
that's maybe listed on the patch notes and stuff like that, because that's happened a couple of times in the previous patches. There were things in there that was a thing that wasn't actually listed on the patch notes. So Discord.
Discord is great. I would add like use copy paste. You know, if you see something like worthwhile in a Discord server, you know, I understand there's a search function and stuff like that, but I would just use copy paste, you know, and put it in a notepad or a Google Doc for later use. Yeah.
One of the hard things about Discord is if it's an active channel, then like people are posting constantly. Say you don't look at it for 12 hours or a day, you go back and look and you see the little thing that says like 400 plus unread messages. You're like, fuck that, I'm not going through all that.
Oh yeah.
You just get to the bottom and like you don't know what you didn't see.
Right.
So it's another reason why like Discord's good if there's an active conversation, but if you weren't part of that conversation, chances are pretty good you're not going to go and see what that was about, and you're going to miss something.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of, either that or a lot of searching, just going backwards.
All right, real quick, I want to answer something in the chat. Crashman says, how do you respond to those who ask, do I have to join Discord to find KOF matches? Is he talking about online matches or offline matches? I'm assuming online matches. If he can clarify real quick, that'll be cool. But yeah, I just want to say we definitely need to get the wiki updated as much as we can. So I'm just calling out everybody in the KOF community, help as much as you can, even if you have to just fix a typo. If a period or a comma is missing, like that can help as much as you can. I understand that some people, they have a little bit of difficulty expressing or kind of contributing information because different people learn in different ways. You know, like I've seen many different wikis have many different styles and stuff like that. Like the KOF98 wiki on SRK, how like, you know, it's like half serious and very useful, and there's jokes and stuff. And while there's some wikis that are just very, very just like full of like crazy like technical jargon and stuff like that. So yeah, let's definitely try our best and do our best to update the wiki for it can be as helpful to everyone. For myself, when I like help out with the wiki, I actually I learn a lot because I'm experimenting, I'm correcting things. If I find that something is wrong either from my own findings or someone else's findings, I learn from there. So that's extra lab time, and using those docs can definitely probably help with those. Responding back to Crashman's message, I have to join a Discord to find matches, it said in a negative light, because it loses the fact that the KOF community is short. In a sense, are they reluctant to they are reluctant to join Discord. How do you respond to that? Well, nothing's wrong with Discord. I mean, like, if you're scared of Discord, then hey, I mean, I can't really answer that, but
I mean, the community is small. Like, you're not like any. If your plan is to try to be like, oh, there's millions of players in this area to play. I mean, you're lying.
Nothing's really wrong with that if it's a small community. A lot of games have small community. I mean, as long as it's like tight knit and strong, that's good.
Right. Yeah, that's a weird question.
Yeah, if they're just like, well, I feel like it still would be. It's more work than it is to find matches. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of the best way to do it.
Yeah, a lot of games are like that. You're going to have to be social and ask people for matches with this game. I mean, there's no way around it unless it's like extremely popping for like a couple of days or something like that. But I don't think nothing's terribly wrong with that.
Yeah,
there's enough people playing 14 on a daily basis that like you can hop into player match and find somebody to play with that you have a decent connection with. If you're on PS4, if you're on Steam, I know it's a little harder. Sometimes there's people who knows, it's been on sale a bunch. Maybe when 3.0 pops out, then all these people that have been like lurking and not playing too much will hop on, and maybe there will be like a popping community on Steam as well. But there are people that play. You don't have to be in Discord to find games. People will play. It just makes things way easier because if there aren't people, you can ask, like, hey, is anybody else free and want to play? And maybe somebody was playing Overwatch and they're like, nah, this game sucks. I'd rather play KOF, but who's playing? And then they see your message. They're like, oh, yeah, shit, I'll play some KOF.
Right. Okay. Any other questions from the chat that they want to ask us, or even other chat people in the chat as well? Anything regarding 14, preparation for 14, 3.0? Feel free.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hype.
If people have suggestions for like manual processes that suck, I've been on this kick of wanting to come up with like automation stuff to code up. I'm a software engineer, so I've been trying to think of ways that I can help the community without having to, actually do stuff, but write something that'll do stuff for me. So if you guys have ideas for stuff that would be good, tag me on Twitter at HawaiiMonkey89 or post on the Discord. I'm active in all the KOF Discords I'm aware of.
All right, here's a question. Would you guys like to see more online tournaments? Yeah. I mean, we run online tournaments here at Dream Council. I would like more people to run online tournaments. I remember there was like a small fraction of time where we had online tournaments every week. Okay,
I remember that.
I think it was like a month or two, and there was different people hosting. So maybe we can kind of get back into that. I mean, all it takes is just one person, or one channel streamer. Like a month, just pick a week. We might have to coordinate a little bit. That way nobody's stepping on other people's toes. Like, oh, I want this Saturday. Oh, I want this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So it might take a little bit of coordination. But, yeah, let's definitely do more online tournaments. And I still do the offline, the party battle mode. So, yeah.
I believe KCO is hosting an online tournament towards the end of the month.
Oh, yeah, I did see that tweet.
Pedro's in the chat. He can, give an actual date or details.
Yeah, I'm going to post that in the chat real quick. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, So, anyone else have any other things to kind of get off their chest regarding 14, version 3.0, and any other, I would say, waves of excitement for Thursday? Or it should be like late Wednesday for us, right? Am I correct on that as far as like when the patch actually like drops into our PS4?
I think it's going to drop on the 12th for us, even though, I think Japan might, Asia countries might get a day before us because, their timeline is ahead of ours. But I do think it's going to be on the 12th because Sony is weird with how they release updates and stuff like that. And if we get the update, we might not get the DLC on the same day, so... I definitely know the DLC is coming out on the 12th, though, so we can guarantee 3.0 is coming out then, too. But if we get it early, hallelujah. I can't wait.
All right. The earlier, the better.
Announcement that the Steam patch will drop on the same day, on the 12th, as the PS4 patch, so Steam players don't have to be mad.
Steam players definitely don't have to be mad.
Yeah.
I was mad for them when the rumor was going around that it was going to be delayed. I was like, man, that's stupid.
Yeah, thank goodness, man, that Steam players don't have to wait. Cause that would suck. That definitely got to suck. Right.
That's also why I play on PS4. Haha.
Kind of a related but unrelated question. Does anyone know if they're going to have a DLC bundle pack with, obviously they're going to have one with all 4 new characters, but are they going to have one with all 8 characters?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, for people who don't have who just recently got the game, are they going to be able to buy one pack for them all, or are they going to have to buy the 2 separate packs? That's a question that I probably should ask SNK on Twitter.
I think it'd be great if they just put the game on sale on the day with a pack for all the DLC, so brand new people could just get it all together for hopefully cheaper than the full price that people have been complaining about.
Okay.
I mean,
that
you just
might
gave them
work.
another way to make some money, so I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Why don't we wrap things up for right now? Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank everyone in the chat for hanging with us tonight. 3.0 it comes out. It's Thursday. Can't wait. So why don't we give some shout outs and bid everybody a good day / night. So why don't we start with Mexiken, MTGNB Mexiken.
Alrighty. Shout outs to Malicious Tactical Gaming for all your support and everything that I do with KOF. Shout outs to Net Battles, by the way, Naptown Clutch in Indiana on the 21st. We'll be doing a 14 side tournament. If I feel like doing it, then we may also run a 13 side tournament. We'll see how I want to do anything. I just don't know how my whole day is going to be on that day. So shout outs to Net Battles. Shout outs to Indiana SNK. Good luck, Soul Good Guy at Mexiken Masters. Shout outs to moms. Mom helped me out earlier today.
Oh, yeah. Shout outs to James Jr., man. He always shouts out.
Yeah, shout out to James Jr.
Yeah.
You're gonna. I'm telling you, man. I'm beating you in a KOF one of these days. I can't let you keep beating me. I've known you for 6 years, and I haven't won. I'm gonna beat you one of these days. Same with you, Mario.
Oh, Mario. Oh, man.
Mario's the same way. He's gonna get it too.
Word.
And then everyone here's a combo breaker, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I will see you all there. And Kenshi, you're gonna get it in 13. So
you wish.
I didn't stop playing, man. So
I did. I'm probably gonna get bodied.
But either way, though, I can't wait. But regardless of the KOF, if there's a KOF there and people want to play, I'm down to play 98, 2002, 11, 13.
I play them all.
Same. Yeah, I'm down to play, dude. Let's just get it going. There's too many KOFs. So shout outs to KOF and the long history. And that's it. It's good to go.
All right, great. Thank you so much, man. All right. JojoCrimson, do you have shout outs you'd like to throw in the atmosphere?
Yes, indeed. Just definitely everybody in the KOF community. SNK, definitely shout outs to them, man, for making the great comeback they did in the past 2 years. So definitely a shout out to them. Definitely big shout outs to everybody coming to Combo Breaker, KOF community, stuff like that. Vegas KOF, even all the way out, China, Taiwan, all of them. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them keeping the game hype and alive out there in a whole different region, stuff like that. It's always good watching tournaments and high level play and whatnot. And definitely shout outs to the KOF crew in the Chicago area. My boys back at home, the Salty crew. Shout outs to Jaime, Colorcore, all of them, the usual and whatnot. Definitely stay up, and I'll see you guys all at Comic Breaker also. So.
Cool. Thank you so much, man. All right. Hawaii Monkey, shout outs.
That's to Reiki Keto, James Alderson. He always does good work for the community. Doing what he can to find new people to help out or reach out to people. He spends a lot of time. He's showing up at tournaments, bringing setups all the time. Gibby, who's been doing good work talking with SNK, whispering in their ear good things. Texas crew. They keep like helping bring people in from Mexico who haven't been to U.S. tournaments for ever, and then show up and just start winning or getting second place, beating ET, stuff like that. It's always good when people bring in new competition to us from other places that show us there's more people playing the game and they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, appreciate you coming on. All right, next up for shout outs. KenshixHimura. Shout outs.
Shout outs to Juicebox. He's been really grinding with me and helping me get better at KOF14 a lot lately. So shout outs to him for being patient with me, because I am a very hard person to teach. Shout outs to I'll do it for Crash. Shout outs to everyone watching and keeping the Dream Cancel podcast relevant. Shout outs to our community as a whole, because I feel like we're so tight knit, like especially like on the US side of things. Like I don't think there's a person in the KOF community that I don't know or haven't heard of at least. Shout outs to all the people who are traveling for tournaments. There's not a lot of us who can afford to travel to tournaments regularly. So to the people who show up to whatever KOF 14 event they can, shout outs to you, because I wish I could do the same thing, and more power to you. Shout outs to anyone who's buying the DLC for 3.0, because we need all the support we can get.
Mm-hmm.
That about wraps it up for me. Everyone else kind of shouted out the people that I was going to shout out, so shout outs to the shout outs, and shout outs to Hawaii Monkey's Kid for being on the mic. I'm sorry, I had to put that in there.
Oh man, yeah, thanks for coming on as always, man. It'll be good to see you up at Combo Breaker for sure.
Thanks for inviting me. Shout outs to, I know this is kind of controversial, but shout outs to the dude that I had a Twitter war with, because he started a discussion, and I feel like that's kind of important, even if they are belligerent and stupid discussions. Shout outs to that. John Doe or whatever his name is. Shout outs to him.
All right. Yeah, I did see that, man. I was like, oh man, you about to get blown up.
I did get blown up.
Oh man, I was like, oh man, I almost shed a tear for you, man. I was like, dude, you can't be doing that in these streets, man. These streets is rough,
right.
Dude. People don't care, man. So yeah. Shout outs to you and him, John Doe. All right. Someone said Xanadu. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I kept saying Xanadu too, and someone correct me. So, all right. Shout outs on my end. Yeah, I just want to again give big shout outs to our discussion panel. I want to give a big shout outs to our viewers in the chat right now, and watching us on YouTube when the playback arrives. Please support us on Patreon if you would like to. You get early access to podcasts and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's perks. There's stickers and T-shirts. If you want to, pledge. So feel free. Visit our Discord if you would like to play games with us and talk KOF. And there's an off-topic section channel now. So if you want to post up little trolly stuff, random stuff, feel free. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Again, support the Max Cancel Cup. Support Texas Showdown next month, and the final tournament in the Max Cancel Cup Circuit Combo Breaker. And just to remind people, King of Fighters 97 Global Match has a rollback beta for y'all to check it out. the game is under $9. I mean, it's $9, but if you get a coupon, go ahead and get it for less. So test it out. You never know. We might get some more rollback net play in Cold Mystics developed Steam games. So yeah, that's about it. Again, thank everyone for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, share it on whatever social networks that you frequent. And yeah, that's about it. So this concludes another installment of the Dream Cancel podcast. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCancel.com. And until next time, everyone, keep playing, keep learning, and have fun. Peace.